Hello, my name is John, and I'm a third-party administrator with Retirement Plan Consultants. Welcome to this short tutorial on annual notices. In this short video, I will be discussing what an annual notice is. We will go through the list of the most common notice deadlines and who needs to receive those notices, the ways to distribute these notices, and some pointers to keep in mind. What is an annual notice? There are several different kinds of annual notices. The notices list the participants' rights, rules, and information of the qualified retirement plan. Plan sponsors are required to issue the notices 30 days before the plan year end. Consequences for failing to distribute the notices in a timely manner can result in loss of safe harbor status, making the plan subject to discrimination testing or possible DOL civil penalty fines that can be as high as $110 per day per participant. The following are the most common notices. The traditional Safe Harbor 401k notice notifies participants of the match or non-elective formula, other available employer contribution types, amount of compensation that can be deferred, how and when to make a cash or deferral election, withdrawal provisions, and how to obtain plan information, such as the summary plan description. This disclosure is required to all eligible employees. The notice is to be provided 30 to 90 days before the beginning of the plan year. Exceptions are for new plans and newly eligible employees. A qualified automatic contribution arrangement, or known as QACA, is a Safe Harbor 401k notice that notifies the participant of the same items as the traditional Safe Harbor notice, but also indicates the level of elective contributions that will be made if the employee does not have an affirmative election. The employee's right to not have elective contributions made or to change the elective contribution amounts. The notice also explains how contributions will be invested if no investment elections are made via the QDIA. All eligible employees are required to receive the notice 30 to 90 days before the beginning of the plan year. Qualified Default Investment Alternatives, or QDIA, is the description of the conditions under which assets will be invested should no affirmative election be made by a participant. It gives an explanation of the rights of participants to direct the investment of assets in their individual accounts, including the description of the fees, investment objectives, and risk and return characteristics. The notice must be provided to each individual who has not made an affirmative investment election under the plan, all active participants, former employees, and beneficiary accounts with a balance at least 30 days prior to each plan year. Non-Safe Harbor automatic enrollment with a QDIA feature contains the same items as the QDIA notice, but also includes the level of election contributions that will be made if the employee does not make an affirmative election. The notice also informs the employee's right to opt out or change the amount. This notice is required to be provided to all eligible employees within the reasonable time before the plan year, but at least 30 days. Annual fee disclosures under ERISA Section 404 is a summary of investments with performance over 1, 3, and 10-year periods, and the summary of the fees and information on how to change investments. This needs to be provided annually to each participant or beneficiary who can direct investments of an account. Notices may be distributed by regular mail or via electronic delivery. There are several requirements and regulations to follow for electronic delivery. Please reach out to your dedicated TPA for more information and guidance. Lastly, we will touch on a couple of pointers. Multiple notices may be combined into a single notice. For instance, the Safe Harbor notice is often combined with the QDIA. You may also send all notices due at the same time for distribution together to reduce cost. Some notices may also need to be distributed during other times of the year. For example, newly eligible participants or rehires would get this notice as an enrollment period nears. Also, if the plan is amended or makes investment changes, this would require new notices to be distributed to the participants. This brings us to the conclusion of the tutorial. Thank you for your time, and should you have any additional questions, please feel free to contact your dedicated TPA. We are available by email at tpa@retirementplanconsultants.net or toll free at 877-800-1114. Thanks.